If your baby is between the ages of 4 months and 6 months old, listen up, because this video is for you. Hi, I'm Jensine Casey. I'm a certified pediatric sleep consultant, certified postpartum doula, and mama of 3. And today we're gonna have a really quick video all about 4 to 6 month old schedules. So you're probably going to have to adjust this based on your family's schedule. Maybe you need your child to wake up a little bit earlier. Maybe you need them to wake up a little bit later. But either way, I'm gonna make it so you know, okay, I'm just gonna move it half hour to adjust to meet our needs. So I always use the example of a 7 to 7 schedule. Again, adjust it as needed, but I would not move it any earlier than a 6 to 6 schedule, and I would not move it any later than an 8 to 8 schedule. Really staying between that 6 to 8 range is going to be the best for your child, because we all naturally have circadian rhythms that are set to wake up between 6 and 8 a.m. and set to go to bed between 6 and 8 p.m. Just naturally, the way the sun rises and sun sets, that is what works best for our bodies. So really try to stay in that range. So using the 7 to 7 example, children between 4 and 6 months are typically on 3 naps and can handle a 2-hour awake window. So if they are awake at 7, their first nap would be at 9 a.m. Their second nap would be around 12:30 p.m. Their third nap would be about 3:34 p.m. And then bedtime again would come at 7 p.m. So you can move it as needed, but we're gonna start to move away from awake windows and move towards a set schedule at this age. This way, your baby's body clock can start to set at these particular times and start to be able to know when to naturally become tired, because they're going down around the same time every day. Things are gonna happen. Life comes up. Maybe the first nap is 9:15, 9:30. Maybe that second nap, because the first nap was short, ends up being closer to 12 than 12:30. That's perfectly fine. You can adjust as needed, but really keeping within a half an hour of that ideal nap time, either front or back, will still help your baby's body clock set. But what happens when we just follow awake windows is things can get dicey, and every day can be completely different. So say your baby doesn't wake up until 8 a.m. on one day, then that first nap isn't going to be until 10 a.m. But say the next day they wake up at 6 a.m., then that first nap is going to be at 8 a.m. when they woke up the day before. We really want to try to keep those times consistent, where the awake windows and the ideal nap time should line up. But if your baby is falling asleep later or waking up earlier, it can get a little bit dicey. So just know that as we are moving up in ages, we want to start to focus on that set schedule, just so you can have some semblance of knowing what's going to happen each and every day. And your baby definitely starts to know, okay, this is consistently going to be the time that I fall asleep, and my body naturally gets tired at that time. Think about you as an adult. You probably get tired around the same time every night. You probably start to wind down and get ready for bed about the same time. So your body just naturally knows, okay, you don't even have to look at the clock. You start to yawn and get tired, you're like, oh, it's probably around 9 o'clock, and you know to start getting ready for bed. We want your child to be able to do that exact same thing so they can fall asleep as easily as possible. So we covered ideal schedule, 12-hour awake window, 12 hours awake from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We covered that they are currently on a 3-nap schedule, right around 9, 12:30, 3:34, and each nap is going to be about an hour long, maybe a little bit longer, but we're gonna aim for between 3 and 4 hours of daytime sleep total, so we can preserve that 12-hour overnight sleep. And then we talked about moving to a set schedule and why that's so important. So if you have any questions about your little one's sleep between the ages of 4 to 6 months, pop them in the comments below. I can't wait to get back to you. Safe sleep and sweet dreams.